our new series named as the Interview with the Kabindra Karna. This series it consists of the interview with the healthcare profession and a person from the big pharmaceutical industry. Today we are having the guest who was a man from the industry, and today he is established in our academics. He is none other than Professor Prakash V Mallya. Before moving ahead, I'll give you the one briefing. He has completed his Bachelor of Pharmacy from the Pharmaceutical Science Manipal. Moreover, he has completed his MS from the USA School of Pharmacy from the University of the Pacific, California. Moreover, he is having the 35 years of the experience in the pharmaceutical industry. He has worked as a senior head in the Dr. Reddy's lab, Aurobindo Pharmaceuticals and NACO lab. Previously, he has worked in the Syntax lab also. He has traveled across the 60 countries where he worked as a pharmaceutical professional in the regulatory affairs and product and marketing. So today he is with us in Kurpanidhi Group of Institution as a director of CPPA, that is the Center of Pharmaceutical Profession Association. So sir, welcome to our first show, Interview with the Kabindra Karna. So what was the first thing comes in your mind when I came to that, sir, we need the interview from the pharmacy professor and we want to invite you as a first guest?
I was very happy, and in fact such kind of interviews are needed because these interviews are observed by students, academicians, industry people, and those desirous to know knowledge about pharmaceutical industry and academia all over the world, and especially the students who will be benefited a great deal from such kind of interviews with personalities from the industries who have vast experiences. In our college itself, we have the great icons of the academia and industry and regulations. We have Dr. Karvekar, we have the principal, Dr. Raman Dang, and from the industry, I am present. So the students in general are benefited with such kind of experiences from people all over the world who had lots of experiences, have come back and now taking classes for academics for students. So I'm happy that such initiative will bear good fruits for the future budding pharmacists in India. And since we have a lot of foreign students, this message will also be taken by pharmacists to the rest of the world. So it is a good initiative, and I congratulate you and your team for thinking about this initiative.
Thank you, sir. You are always a role model for us, and moreover, you are my mentor. When I have growing today, I am doing this interview in front of the camera, facing everything. That is the big contribution from your side that you make me take me up to this level. Because from which place I came, I don't know how to speak the proper English also. So today I am sitting with you and taking your interview is my pleasure, sir. So when you started your journey from your school level, and in that time you have in that time only your mindset of that I'll go in the pharmaceutical field?
Yes, I had. I knew about the pharmaceutical profession from the time I was studying in college. And once I finished my intermediate in Mumbai, I then went to Manipal, as you have read in my biodata. And there onwards, I was fascinated by this profession, and I knew that this is a huge learning opportunity, as well as a place where there will be a huge amount of contribution from all those who are studying in that era, because Indian pharmaceutical industry was on a growth curve in that era. So I feel that it was a profession which I came deliberately and through my choice.
So sir, when you were in your student life, obviously in that time like today there is no internet, nothing is there, you have to go through the books, even the library facility was not there that much proper. So is that the journey was so easy in that time, or it is so difficult to study and push yourself ahead?
It was a very exciting period because we knew that the industry was on a growth curve, and there were a lot of possibilities of job opportunities. In a later part of the interview, I'll be telling about what this journey was, and yes, it was a journey at that time was quite difficult in a sense that there was a lot of learning to do. And in the absence of what you rightly said, the digital media and the technological breakthroughs, we did, and the graduates of that time are now holding very responsible positions globally, because Manipal was a place where a lot of international students were there, and now they are on the different parts of the world, and they still remember nostalgically with humor that they grew up and studied in a place where there was no proper building. But yes, today they are occupying huge industry positions, huge regulatory positions, World Health Organization positions, and very great establishment in their respective lives.
So when you were in the student life, so the journey begins with all the without the digital media, without the internet. You have to go through the books, and in that time they were saying like you should know the color of book. So nowadays that has completely disappeared from the student. Nobody knows the what book, the color of book. They are forgetting day by day. And so, if this bother you nowadays that syllabus is going nano technology is making people easier, that more easier, but same time it's making the more lazy also to that particular people. So it's a little bother thing for you nowadays.
No, in a sense, that time the general science and technology and the media and mobile telephony had not developed, so it did bother us. And now with the easy accessibility to these kind of technologies which I just said, it also is collaterally similarly exponential to the amount of information that is available in this century, in this era, as opposed to our era where the information also had not grown, and that these are all parallel things. So it depends totally on an individual student. The more he wants to learn, the more information is available now, and it totally depends on an individual how far he wants to develop and learn and grow.
So sir, how was the journey from the student, from the industry, and today you are in the academics in Kurpaniti Group of Institution as a CPPA director. So how was the whole journey like you have seen? Because ups and downs everywhere is there. No, even when the ups and downs, many frustration will come. How you handle in that time?
It was a very eventful journey, especially when all of us in that era as students, we knew that we are on to something big, and the pharmaceutical profession itself in India had not grown to that extent as what it has grown now. If you see the journey of my, I completed my graduation, like you rightly introduced me, in the late 70s. Then I worked for a couple of years in the marketing and sales in the domestic area. And then I moved on to US, where I did my post-graduation, that is Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences from the University of the Pacific. And immediately after passing the Master of Science, I did some internship in retail pharmacy, and then worked for some few years in US, and then returned back to India. After returning to India, I joined Dr. Reddy's Labs. And then I had a very, very exciting career and profession. The money and the salary was not the criteria, but the amount of learning which I did during that phase was phenomenally huge, which is helping me even today, 20 years after leaving Dr. Reddy's Labs. I was in various fields of endeavor in the pharmaceutical industry in a horizontal perspective. I worked in marketing, I worked in business development, I was in domestic marketing, international regulatory affairs, I was in product management, I was in in-licensing, out-licensing, mergers, acquisitions, and co-marketing agreements. I was in training, I was in new product development as well as new pharmaceutical company establishments in different parts of the world. And that made my career quite exciting, because every few years I was changing my profile, and it made me to learn so many things in a horizontal, and then I began to appreciate this beautiful industries of ours called the pharmaceutical industry, and as a whole, as a pharmaceutical domain. Mind you, during that time I also had the opportunity to go as a visiting professor to many of the colleges, and that gave me a budding start in academics. And that is how I finally landed up here, thanks also to our chairman who encouraged and enabled me to realize my dream that after the industry, I come back to serve the students once again in form of academics and teaching. And that is why I am here in the Prakash College.
That's really nice, sir. We are also getting a lot of things to learn from you, and mainly the soft skill and the way you have teach us to behave with the person, and the way you have given. Even still, I don't know you remember that incident or not. That I was walking in the street and you come back with your car, and you recognized me from the backside, and you said you want to leave this, I said, and you left me up to the near place, and as that. So in that time also something I was as a student I was having some frustration regarding the family, and you said with the one very good thing. See Kabindra, when you are in the student life, this kind of thing will come. The first thing is thousand of negativity is there. Take one positive thing inside you, catch up, and you will definitely rock. So this is the result of all of that, sir. So it's great. So when you were in that place from the student like the Dr. Reddy's lab or Indo Pharmaceuticals, Nacto Pharmaceuticals, all, and afterwards that this Oman Pharmaceuticals in the big leadership, and in which period of time that the marriage take place in your life and the family came into the life?
It was soon after I returned from US, and then one of the incentives to come back to India was that my parents had already arranged this marriage, and they wanted.
So it was arranged marriage.
It was an arranged marriage, and I came back. I'm happily married even after 25 years, and I have a beautiful son who is also in the pharmaceutical industry.
Biggest brother.
My family is tied up with pharmaceutical in a big way. My younger brother himself, Dr. V Mallya, was with the Health Protection branch in Canada, and now he is with the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, and he is also with the World Health Organization. You all students have seen him. He has come to this college 2 times. So myself in the family, there are a couple of other 3 more amongst my cousins, 3 more pharmacists. So we are a family who are lovers of pharmaceuticals.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's also. So you were in the head of the leading companies in that time. So in the home, man is the head, or you are the head, sir?
This is a very good question, and I would like to. Each one has its own position. So I also have to understand that outside of the house, in different parts of the world and wherever I went I'm the head. At home, we have the home ministry, and definitely the home ministry is my wife, and she's the head of the family as far as the home front is concerned. So we have our roles clearly defined, and when it comes to us, for the son and the development and growth of my son, both of us join together, and then there is no ministry.
Okay, sir. That's really nice. That also learn something. So on this note, we will take one first short break. After the break, we will catch you back. Thank you so much.
Kripanidhi College of Pharmacy is one of the oldest pharmacy colleges in Karnataka. As a dedicated educator, the semblance of academics with a global perspective can be summed up as the Kripanidhi College of Pharmacy.
They build us with confidence so that we can do seminars, various case presentations, and they conduct many outreach programs.
Here the student pharmacist studies the chemistry of drug, their origin, procedures of drug development, their preparation, dispensing, their effects, and the eventual use for prevention and treatment of disease, and home to 18 highly equipped and advanced laboratories. Kripanidhi has tied up with MVJ Medical College and Research Hospital for the Pharm.D course.
Hello everyone, welcome back after the break. So today we are having in the guest Professor Prakash V Mallya. He is the man from the industry, and today he is established in the academics. So, sir, like in your registered career, because it's the huge 35 years of the industry experience, and you have traveled across the 60 countries already, and when we see all these things, obviously you have observed the many points what the budding pharmacist has lacked. So, do you give any message that the things that they can improve in the coming days?
Yes. After coming to the academics, I have seen there are a huge number of gaps between the industry requirement and the academic delivery in terms of student output. There's a huge gap because in the industry they have reached an exponential growth to an extent that they are number 3 in the world. Today the pharmaceutical industry is number 3. While in our academic curriculum, there is a huge gap in the number of subjects and syllabus which is designed. And before I came here, something like in 2010, I observed that there was a huge gap in this syllabus and the industry requirement. And also the skills of the students were not up to the industry. See, basically my advice would be that yes, you have to have 2 types of skills which are necessary. One is the hard skill and one is the soft skill. Now the hard skill is the academic curriculum that each student has to undergo as per the requirements of the university. And the soft skill is something which you have to develop along the way. It is easier to get the hard skills from because the syllabuses are fixed. But soft skill is something which is quite vast and expansive. It's like this, my friend. While hard skill is the passport which you have, but the visa to enter any country or enter the industry is the soft skills. So this is lacking in the current year, and I'm glad that in the recent sensitization syllabus which will be held in our college from the Pharmacy Council of India, many of these syllabus are industry oriented. And I feel it is only going to benefit the academia and the students for filling this gap. Otherwise, there's a huge employability gap between the academic requirements, academic fulfillments, and the industry.
So now in future, we can see after this sensitization workshop that there is now something new.
There is a huge merger of requirements from both sides.
So sir, when we talk about the soft skill, like one fresher, anybody like from the diploma of pharmacy and bachelor of pharmacy, doctor of pharmacy newly introduced now in India. So master in pharmacy, all are there. So they are having the 80%, 90% in their, we can see in their certificates and all. But when they go to the particular industry, they are failing to get the jobs because of the soft skill.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly the point which I wanted to convey to you in my last question.
So, sir, what are like one newly come pharmacist? What are the things they have to care to enter into the industry?
So, the Center for Pharmaceutical Professional Advancement, under that umbrella, we have this finishing school, and under that we have various kinds of skill development and soft skill and personality development training, like attitude. Attitude is a very big component in the industry. Then communication skills, which is again, as you know, and one of the most important thing is teamwork. How they work in team. In industry, they don't go to say I, they say we. Then we have various other trainings like natural leadership. We have personality development. We have career orientation, and so on and so forth. So many of the students who are there today, they lack in such kind of trainings during their student days and in the curriculum. And nowadays this has become a big issue. And since the pharmaceutical industry is already on a growth, and we are expected to have greater contribution from the academics to the industry, we will feel that more students will come up and for this, and they will be able to grasp this whole initiative very quickly and easily.
So, sir, like all the background pharmacist So the fresh budding pharmacists who are out there. So what you see in the current scenario that what are the jobs will be different jobs will be for them from the D Pharm to B Pharm, M Pharm, Pharm.D, and the PhD pharmacologists are there. So like this is a huge domain now, completely huge setup of the domain, and every year there are many pharmacists are coming out, and at the same time there is one fear there will be the lack of job. And they are feeling also like who are not having the soft skill. Till now, I am having the connection with all my senior colleagues from the Pharmaceutical College, and everybody working. Some are in the UK, some are in the Chennai, some are in the Abu Dhabi, like that. Everybody is working because of that soft skill which we have gained. So, what do you think in the in present condition? How is the different job opportunity that anybody can start? Like some people have a lacking of that, means they do not have opportunity to get a soft skill in the beginning. So what kind of a job they can do in the beginning?
No matter what qualification you have gained, everybody starts with as a trainee or an assistant or as a junior officer, and then once you enter the industry, the growth and acceleration depends on what qualification you have come from. For example, when a B.Pharm graduate goes to an industry, his rise in the industry will be not so accelerated as in the case of say M.Pharm and PhD. Similarly, for Pharm.D graduates, it's the same situation when they join hospitals. They'll have to start at the junior most position because there is a huge gap between what you have learned and what is applicable in the industry. Industry is already has reached a greater height. And so you have to first acclimatize yourself with what is required in the industry. Because every industry, every organization has different kinds of synergies. For example, some are only good at antibiotics, while some are good at non-antibiotics, a sterile product and non-sterile product. Similarly, there are certain industries which focus only on injectables. And then there are certain other companies which only concentrate on antiretrovirals and oncology drugs. So here the requirements are different. So any graduate who goes to the industry, the starting is not the same because the industry varies.
Diploma is there, one Bachelor of Pharmacist is there, one Master in Pharmacist is there, now one Doctor of Pharmacist, family doctors are there. So we can say like B.Pharm, M.Pharm, previously we are having the concept they can go to the industry.
That it is good. I mean in the sense that so many job opportunities are now created because now we have big streams, like one is the pharma technological stream with the B.Pharm and Pharm and PhD, and then we have the clinical stream with the coming of the Pharm.D courses in India. So these two courses are, they can run parallelly in the industry to some extent, but in the hospitals, it is better that only the Pharm.D students are accommodated. Because more so it is like their courses always cover things like hospital pharmacy and clinical pharmacy, pharmacovigilance, adverse drug reaction reporting, and pharmacology, and all those courses are offered in the Pharm.D.
So sir, in upcoming days, how do you see the profession of the pharmacy for the upcoming generation?
See, the pharmaceutical industry is recession proof. We know the crisis which is happening in different industries. I don't have to name, but the different industries are having a different kind of crisis which is. But the healthcare industry in general and pharmaceutical industry, because pharmaceuticals are a very big part of the healthcare industry, then it is recession proof and always jobs will be available. And India is growing rapidly. It is believed that by 2020, the Indian pharmaceutical industry will be $55 billion, which is a huge amount, and by 2025 it will be $100 billion.
Oh.
So with this kind of a growth, you can always see that both in the healthcare, where Pharm.Ds are the specialists, and in the industry, where the B.Pharm, M.Pharm and PhDs are specialists, job opportunities will be huge. The Indian pharmaceutical industry is defined by research, generic products, Insurance companies, health insurance companies are coming in a big way, and we see the mushrooming of different kinds of industry within the pharma industry, like the contract research organization, the contract manufacturing organization, and what we call as CRAMS, CRAMS, contract research and manufacturing. So all these things we will be very good at outsourcing, and there will be a great demand. India is called as the pharmacy of the world, and it will be retain that position for a long time to come. So the Indian graduates who come out of the pharmacy graduates who come out of various universities, jobs will be just waiting for them.
Still nowadays, we can see many other jobs are waiting for them. Obviously, and even the fresher salary is also high now.
Yes.
Previously, like it's 10,000. Now it's going beyond 25, 30, 35. We are seeing how the person, how they are cracking the interviews and all.
Absolutely.
So, sir, in the short and sweet way, what you give the message to the that budding pharmacist, upcoming budding pharmacist? What you want to give one short and simple message?
Yeah, that's a nice way to conclude. I would say that, my dear students and my dear budding pharmacists, this is a very good era in which you are graduating. India is considered as a dominant position, and all the advanced countries have recognized the position of India in the pharmaceutical domain. This is a right opportunity. The more you qualify, the more you develop your hard and soft skills, the more you develop your personality in this huge domain, success is written and given, and our blessings are, as a teacher, we always bless our pharmacy students that they are the most luckiest generation of today.
Thank you so much, sir. We are also so much happy that we are having a professor like you and Kalvika sir who are taking the next interview with him. So it's really nice that we also got a motivation and all. So guys, before finishing this interview, there is one small section which is the rapid fire rounds. In this session, there will be the one surprise package I have kept for you. You have to answer rapidly.
Okay.
The one short questions are there. So it's only 3-4 questions are there. So after this short break, we will catch you up with our rapid fire round. Welcome back after the short break. So today we are having a conversation with Professor Prakash V Mallya, who is the man from the industry, and today he is established in the academics. So we are in the rapid fire round, so let's take it out. What is? So the first question you are having. What was the main thing that your chairman, Professor Dr. Suresh Nampal said that to join other academics?
I and he were meeting up. We was as students. We were together in Manipal. He was junior to me, but we had a very good rapport and we became friends. This is something like 40 years back.
40 years back.
And along the way, he grew in a different direction in academy. I grew up in the industry in different places. But I keep on repeating this, that I had a passion for teaching as a visiting professor, and I have come to Trupanathi College actually a number of times earlier to give seminars. During that time, Professor Nampal had only one thing in mind, that he wanted to get me back to academics after my retirement. So after the industry retirement in the Gulf countries, I came back to India, and the first thing I came is straight away to Trupanathi. So, and he had given a message that whatever you have learned in the industry, please share it with our young budding pharmacists, the college. They will be benefited and the institute will be benefited. I took that opportunity and came to Trupanathi, and I'm very happy. The chairman gave me that motivation and enabled me to rejoin the academics and share my experience for the last 40 years with the young budding pharmacists of this college.
Next question is that whom you choose first, academics or the industry?
Of course, as long as the industry, because the industry is a place where development have taken place at a very rapid pace, and there was a huge amount of learning which I had to do. Now, when I came back to academics, I saw that until just recently, when there has been a syllabus change, things had not changed, which really saddened me to some extent. That here is an industry which is growing so rapidly, and here is the academics which is growing like a turtle. So I was rather disappointed. But now I see that everybody in the academics is conscious of the fact that the industry academic collaboration has to grow rapidly and to a very great extent to establish the dominance of India in the pharmaceutical global world.
So, sir, if you wake up as OM, so what you will make the changes? So, like Pharmacy Council of India president, what will you make the changes in the one line?
I will make.
Yeah, means if you wake up, means if you are Pharmacy Council.
Yes, I understood. The present president, he is the iconic president. P. Suresh, and then we have a dynamic person in the form of Pravekar and the entire Pharmacy Council of India team in New Delhi and in different capitals of India. They have done a marvelous job, and it is not so easy because India is such a diverse country, and the requirements were not uniform everywhere. Now, one thing I will do is unify all the different regions of the. Not only the syllabus will be uniform, but also the requirements for graduating also will be uniform. The teaching methodology should be uniform. So in that sense, even the teachers will have to be aligned with what is the requirement of the students. First the teachers, and they will impart the same knowledge to students. And I feel that it is already there, but like you said, that one fine day if I just get up and be the Pharmacy Council of India president, that of course is a far dream now because I'm already in the position of retirement. But anyway, I just said what I said.
Okay, sir. Okay. And if you wake up as a chairman of Kuppaledi Group of Institutions,
I don't think anything any better than what chairman has done. And now he has handed over the patent to the next generation. With Akash and Neha coming into the picture under the guidance of Sam Paul Isaac. I think they have brighter ideas, they have new ideas, they have graduated from many foreign universities, and they build a vision. That vision and chairman's blessings will always be there with them. There is nothing different which I will be able to do than what Professor Nagpal has already established in the college. A message to you will be that I am very happy with the way you are developing. As a student, it is very difficult to balance between academics and all these extracurricular activities which you are giving. But on the positive side, I can only say that you are doing an excellent job in terms of gaining so much of huge knowledge in all the domains which are related to the pharmacy. And I think you will be doing just well only in the future. And all our teachers' blessings are there with you.
Yes,
always.
Thank you. Sir, we are now closing, and there is one small message that has sent from the principal sir, Mallya sir, and one of your huge fan as a student. He is the biggest fan, and when I have given the first promo, he has said I want to be in this part. So I have given one few recordings I will show you. So can I have it, please?
Good afternoon. It's nice that I've been asked to talk about Professor Prakash Mallya. It's been a delight knowing him. As they say, all great men are simple, approachable, and they are down to earth, and they perform, and you learn from them. It's very true in case of Prakash Mallya sir. He's a performer, he's a worker at the grassroots level. I'm learning a lot from him. He's a great motivator. Ever since I have come in contact with him, my vision has improved. I draw energy from him. He's a fantastic human being. All his habits are perfect, whether it is eating, dress code, or performance in work. Everything is too good. Mallya sir is really great. He's a man from industry, and he has adjusted well in academics as well. He handles our finishing school, then personality development, So person who is handling such important criterion has to be self-disciplined, and which he is very much is. So I think more than his curriculum exercises, students draw energy and learn from him, because he's so much into the course that student feel, yes, if sir is like this, he's like a role model to all of us. So any levels of interaction with him is beneficial. He has good contacts with the industry top officials. He is very cordial, and we really appreciate. So nice knowing him. Thank you.
Professor Prakash Mallya is my very good friend, and I know him for the last more than 35 years. My association with Professor Mallya is like a family member, and he is a very big personality in the field of the pharmaceutical industry, and his experience in the pharmaceutical industry, he has got very vast knowledge about the pharmaceutical industry, and he is he's the icon of the pharmacy. So, I had a very close association with him, and I had also a chance to meet his brother, and the brother is also a very, very iconic person who is a member in the WHO, and these two brothers are really doing a very good service to the profession of pharmacy.
Academics. I have completed my Masters in Pharmacology in the year 2013. That was the time where the awareness for pharmaceuticals is very less, and there always exists a gap between the industry and the academics. And during that point of time, Mallya sir came up with the vision to connect both the gaps, and to fill in the gaps by raising awareness to the students who complete their masters or their bachelors. For me, the seeds for leadership and passion in the work we do was sown by him. For every individual or for every student, we have set of goals, but we never know how to achieve them. We always need a mentor to understand the way how we can achieve them. For me, Prakash Mallya sir is a champion. He enabled me that I can take care of the things individually. He shown the leadership skills. How? By making me a team leader during an industrial visit, which was organized by Prakash Mallya sir, which enabled me an inside leader in me. Apart from that, he helped many of the students like me with the corporate training, which we call it as finishing school. So that was something which helped me to grow myself as a person professionally and personally. In fact, all of you are very lucky to have such a great man to be part of this college. If you have any ideas, go to him, share and talk with him. He is there for you every time. He is there for you to coach you, to guide you, to help you, and to achieve all your dreams and goals. I want to thank Prakash Mallya sir, and I also thank every one of you for giving me this opportunity. In fact, I want to thank Kabindra for letting me know that he is taking such a great initiative, and I always be there for him at any point of time, because students like Kabindra are very rare, who are very, very passionate in making things possible. So believe in the best, Kabindra, and thank you everyone.
Hope many pharmacists and upcoming pharmacists will motivate many things they can learn from this. So thank you so much guys for watching, giving your valuable time and watching this episode, and we really express deep thanks to Professor Dr. Raman Dang, who is the principal of Putpanagi College of Pharmacy, who has given me the open support to do this interview session. I also express my deep thankful to our blog chairman, Professor Dr. Suresh Nagpal, who has given me to every time, who has given me the platform to grow. Moreover, I want to thank Mr. Ashutosh Bama, Vivek Sharma, who all are here right now, who just came to shoot my interview with all the professional cameras and all. Thank you so much, guys. Without you all, this has been not possible. And thank you so much, Professor Prakash V Mallya, coming and joining us and motivating us. Though you know this is the first time and I'm the fresher to do, and you have given some suggestions I have taken up. So thank you so much. So have a great day, guys. Catch you up in the next Saturday with a new interview episode with a new person. So take care. Have a great day. Namaste.